Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to go and enter for today's lap time challenge on Gran Turismo 7. As we're about to begin, we got two limited time attack event is about to be participate in the Honda Racing eMS Fastest Attack 2023 will be set to be take place at the Nurburgring and Suzuka Circuit by having two types of eligibility will be required to enter. For the challenge class, it's going to be take place to be at the Nürburgring by having a perfect record to be achieved by 7 minutes 44.881 seconds, and for Suzuka Circuit for the perfect record in 2 minutes 23.120 seconds is now being listed on under 17 class to enter. So I guess there's going to be some changes after I just left from the first season on the 2023/24 exhibition series to the GTWS Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup due to the server difficulty is now being having a surpass interruption by having a long loading times to be patient. So I have no choice but to bail out and just gonna have to keep focusing on the lap time challenge and full walkthrough of my own. So let's enter, and I'm all set and good to go by having a registration. So there's going to be having a gold record ejected as you may ever been using onto the HRC livery on the Honda Civic Type R Type FL5 2022 is now being included to be specified as a courtesy vehicle. But this will might have a one part of the participation reward is now going to be exclusive to be available for free by having a 1 month duration for this limited time event. But this might have to bring the other one is going to be having an extra, a certificate. For all players in either class who entered GT Fastest Attack 2023 and registered a time quicker than the FWD lap record set by the Honda Civic Type R Type FL5 2022. So this will have to be quite going much more extra after receive for only one exclusive vehicle. Just like Porsche Esports Challenge USA 2023 to have 3 exclusive Porsche livery cars is now being included from last month, but differently, this will be quite giving a good excellent sponsor by Honda for having a very first ever esports time attack event for this part of the update as part of the September 2023. So gonna have to scroll down and have the race info regulation to be set on the sports hard compound tires. One car specified check. BOP/tuning prohibited is now currently to go on the high speed. Car settings is now being specified, but this time it's going invalidate on the shortcut penalty, so you guys might need to be very extra careful to avoid any further mistakes to be mastered around onto the Nordschleife Highway in Nürburgring. But the wall collision penalty is now being turned off. Track limit is now being set on normal. Alright. Good thing I'm about to be going on time and preparation to go recording on set until this part of the content video will go on encore at any time. But I'm still on live stream because this is going to have to take earlier time to go on priority preparation since last time when we participate in the Red Bull Ring by using one Gran Turismo movie variation on the 2018 Nissan GT-R Nismo GT3. But I can't say because this exclusive livery on the FL5 model on the Civic Type R is very good to be quite giving a good excellent type of design is now being participated for the very first esports challenge on GT7. So I'm all set, get ready and check and automatically to be all set by having a reduce of horsepower to go at 325. Weight is now being stationed to be at 3,153 pounds. Do your best out there, folks. I know this is going to be a long time, and this will be a very good another part of the special lap time challenge will be exclusive to another Japanese manufacturer car brand like Mazda Spirit of Racing. Just like Porsche Esports Challenge 2023, but this is going to be having a different best part of the opportunity to get this special exclusive livery on the FL5 Honda Civic Type R. So let's do it and entered on the track in the Nürburgring for the challenge class. as always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start for today's lap time challenge. Let's begin. Alright, this will be the part of the challenge class in this video segment, folks. The Nurburgring Nordschleife is going to be a world's most largest racetrack that you might need to beat for only a main part of the objective by over 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go faster in the FF drivetrain layout. For this part of the event to have the weather radar is now being introduced. So it's everything to go for having a bright and sunny day, and that means no sign of rain, so that will be doing much more perfect and go for having a good clear weather condition in this part of the forecast. Can't say this update is very much more good, and we still having a doubtful concern about the participation has now been affected on sport mode during the competition on the Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup during the first season of the exhibition series. So I'll have to get set and do some preparation to go on options. So force feedback max torque, sensitivity on 10, controller steering sensitivity on 4, check. Now gonna have to go on the detail settings, nope. Just to have sports hard compound tires only by having a good courtesy by default. So let's do this and get prepared. This will be having a long-term endurance to have a longer track, one car, and go around by over 7 minutes and nearly towards by under 8 minutes. So let's kick it up and go enter to have a best of the best for only one brand new Honda Civic Type R in the FL5 model. Green light is in the go. Let's do this and go all the way. So you see, this livery is very brand new to have it exclusive to the 2022 Honda Civic Type R, and the FL5 is very much more exclusive, unique livery to be part of the official esports challenge made by Honda. Unlike Porsche, Mazda, and Toyota is now actually to have the different ways and go participation to have each part of the challenge, because time trial event is perfectly to have Mazda, Porsche, and Toyota in each part of the individual by region is now currently to be available to be used on the limited time event. But also because this one is very much more fine livery exclusive to see this one that has a car number of 271. ST-Q is good, and the decal logo on the HRC is very perfectly. But I can't wait to get this one after finishing for only one part of the event, and then there's going to be having another problem. For under 17 class, this might have to be required to have 6 through 17 year olds can enter to be racing at Suzuka Circuit. Well, I don't know. Should we be able to be participate at Suzuka Circuit after finishing at the Nürburgring? But the only answer is, this may be a quite giving a restriction is now being eligibility by age. For others who really think that challenge class by 18 and over will be doing good, but in that case, because 6 through 17 year olds can enter for this lap time challenge on the second part after finishing on the first one at the Nurburgring Nordschleife. But I don't know, this is going to be quite doing a very good, excellent, interesting guess to have two lap time challenges that related to the same part of the time attack made by Honda. Well, I know you guys really think about this decision, but I'm still thinking it. This might be quite pretty much more complicated. Well, I might have to be preferred to be quite doing much more better to have my better age of the late 20s. So gonna have to pull the brake, have that left corner to go here, brake in, and give everything what you got to have your strategy to be put up and do inside apexes ever since from earlier at the start of the update. Gonna have to put up the torque. Yellow highlights is now being pleased to go master the line. Understeer is the key to dominate at Nürburgring is the whole new challenge. So it'll have to take more concentration that you might need to do it right. So feel the FL5 Honda Civic Type R and give it a go to see how you like it. Okay, that's over 3 minutes, surpassing by 10 seconds. So gonna have to keep going straight, brake by brake, corner by corner. Push that puppy in to go turbocharged to have a nice FF drivetrain to go action. Unlike the 2020 model from the previous Honda Civic Type R in the color yellow, but the white one is actually to have the very good best of the stronger FF car has now being well put up to be updated by each generation, was actually to be started out as the EK model for the first generation Civic Type R, but still to be used as over around by before it evolved into a 300 massive horsepower to go speed up, faster, and more adjusted. It takes years per generation for each Honda Civic Type R's is now actually to have experience, age by growing up, and experience on the track to go practice to see how the previous generation is more likely to compare to. But it takes a matter of tuning, performance, and style because it'll have to be tested to see how this will be quite very good to be set on the official time attack event to be available on Gran Turismo 7 for a limited time. But here comes the carousel, my favorite corner to be going inside and left corner to be doing an excellent speed by the maintain. That's a good position. Second gear to go up and go forward on gear number 4. Okay, that was so close. Just don't want to get caught. Whenever it comes to have a penalty, it considers to have invalided time is now being introduced. Okay, go by brake. Watch and see how the corners as we might have to go enter to find the perfect line. Okay, solid fine work. Now go elevate up a bit. Okay, that's good. Now next part of the corner to go a bit trickier. Brake. Turn right. That's very good. Just gonna have to feel the flow and master the new Civic is very more challenging to have a whole new experience. So here comes 6 minutes and 35 seconds is now going around on the clock. Gonna have to hurry up before 1 minute is now currently by the remaining until under 8 minutes have passed. Five seconds until reached up on minute number 7. And there it goes. Deadline is about to go cross in by 54 seconds. Just going to go enter at the long straight and see how this Honda Civic Type R can give it a good roll and faster to be kick up on gear number 5. But before to do that, I might gonna have to take a good look onto this livery but this is so very fantastic to see this HRC variation to this Civic. I kind of think this is so pretty much more exclusive and unique variation to be served. Final sector, here I come, and here it goes. Deadline is now go on the mark. Oof. There goes 8 minutes. That takes over a minute to get there before moving on to take the next lap. Alright folks, this could get very hard. Understeer is the key of excellence to dominate on the green hell. The Nurburgring Nordschleife is always has a very good tough challenge for every vehicles who ever been making a good successful lap time to be achieved. Kind of think because the first lap is now cleared by 8 minutes, 9.138 seconds. So I'll have to go preferred by having 15 seconds is going to be a bit more impossible, as I have to go endurance to do an all-out racing action to go corner by corner. So the long warm-up is check. Now time to come in and do the hard part to be step up and go for the minus on the distant gap. Yeah, that's good. Gonna keep going and push on the corners and apexes till I see it. It can go up in about 150 miles per hour and try to stay on the tarmac without going off the track to avoid a penalty. That's 2.7 seconds. Gonna climb up and keep going by next sector on the route. Okay, pull the brake, keep up the pace, and do inside cornering while you can. Four seconds reached, 6 more to go. Okay, gonna watch it and try to stay on the road. Well, kinda admit, the new Civic is very cool to drive and drive well on the FWD, but decency times comes in to have some challenging measures to go mastered on each part of the turn, with the apex is experiencing to have a new ways to go improve. By having a 20th century classic JDM car to a 21st century modern JDM car is now actually to become a first ever competition vehicle that is actually to have a best parts and go circuit racing, to have the base vehicle that converted into a GT500 spec race car until the Honda NSX concept is now being set to be retired for this current season on the Super GT 2023. But you know, I kinda say because the Honda Civic GT500 race car is going to be a very good new step forward to be put up to have a new chapter for the Super GT title. Okay, gonna have to go up. 5.5 seconds is now being checked on the update. It's going down. Gonna have to speed up more and keep going all the way. Circumstances is a bit more challenging to see one FL5 Civic Type R at Nürburgring is going to be a bit more challenging, but characteristic by steering to go FF but the corners is more likely to have a challenge to have a new contender on the block. So gonna have to turn right, pull hard, and kick the throttle. Going up in 6.5. That's very nice. Here comes the carousel, coming back again. Absolutely doing well, and go up surpassing by 7.3. Wow, I cannot believe it. This is going to be much more massive and quicker to have a one-way ticket to go up on the gold medal ejected. That's 7.8. Keep going, and this will have to take a good clean lap and done to be checked. Hang on. The terrain is going a bit more rough on the tarmac. Coming back around, and 7.4, 7.7 seconds. Now it's 7.8. Back down on 7.6. So very close to go up in 7.9 seconds until reached up by 8. Yes, that's a very good surpassing climb up advantage. Still got the upper hand, and go defense on 8 seconds on the gap. Okay, gonna watch it. Commencing inside corner by the brake. Approaching by corner close. 8.5 seconds check, and next corner on the right. Kick that torque up and go increase to be on the long distance. Two more sectors to go, and almost there to be reached up in about 9 seconds on the minus in the gap. So, by my guess, that could be actually to have exactly in over 8 minutes. This could be another part of the impossible ejected, being average on silver and go hard for gold. Come on, just gonna keep this puppy up. That's 10 seconds to be surpassed. And there you go. By under 8 minutes, this will have to beat this hard-going ejected to have a main part and station to be stopped by 7 minutes, 58.518 seconds. Crazy and faster FF Honda Civic Type R. That's how professionals really want to go hard and claim the gold, because that will be doing much more challenging, that you might need to go hard and step up by having one part to have under 50 seconds by around in 7 minutes. So the third lap is now entered. 17 minutes has now been passed. This one doing one part of the daily workout for a day, and we still got enough time and about 20 days left. Okay, looks like that might have to take one session to be cleared and completely by a bit embarrassing. Well, I can't say, because 4-star roulette ticket is now complete and one session is clear. So without being highlighted on the green in sector 1, the rest of the sectors by 2 to 12 is now being lined up except for the first lap on sector 8 by having 38.905 seconds. Well, somehow that might be quite doing a decent work out there to have 58.518 seconds in around 7 minutes. Max speed is going 157 miles per hour. Well, I can't say that might be doing one session is doing well good. Well, replay saved and the regular on the best lap, so I'll have to go again on session 2 for another attempt. Time to go hard and challenge will be required to be at least in about 7.2 seconds for having a few amount of numbers or less. But this could get much more harder after taking few attempts and thinkable strategy to come up with a better idea. So the first corner will be going applied on the left is going to be having a one-way ticket to go quicker, study, skill of racing of discipline, and faster all the way to have corner by corner for each amount of pace. So it'll have to be concentration when going around by deceleration when outside corner is a bit more too over pressure. But it'll have to keep more chances till you might need to go at least amount for only a number of gap by having number 7 with a decimal between 1 or 2. So gonna have to go up. Brake zone coming in. That's good. Keep up the torque and go left corner to have the apexes will help you. Alright, that's good. Going curve straightaway, and here comes the next brake zone. Yeah, that's a good one. Slow down till you get it right. And get back on top of the grid. Okay, sector 2 cleared. Now go on sector 3. It takes minutes by around in 8 minutes, so you might need to go harder and a bit more challenging that you might have to study well and brake well to be precisely to be getting more careful that you had to take your good excellency to have your lap time to be improved. So gonna have to keep a good watchful eye on my ghost car from behind and stay forward by the offense. Okay, that's good. Positionize right over here. Go for the left corner on the track. And brake down appliedly on the inside. Fastest attack is the key of racing objective till you might need to get it right and do it all the way to have a perfect seat to go improvement. Okay, that's good. Push that puppy in and go short straight on the next sector. Hold it in. Gonna climb up the elevation. Still coming around to have my previous lap record. Now that's a good run. Still taking a long chase from behind. Well, almost there. Just gonna have to beat the halfway time duration in about around in 4 minutes. 10 seconds and the time will keep progress to be on the roll. Oh, safe and clear. Alright, that's good. Staying up on gear number 3 and go straight back at the carousel to have a perfect brake position to go in, and left side on the corners to have a good line-up spot. Okay, that's good. Now, still going a bit further away. Come on, just going to keep going strong understeer. That will have to take a new cool vibration. Just going to keep on dancing. Okay, going up, almost at 6 minutes. Deadline reminder is currently to have 7 minutes and around 50 seconds. Gonna have to keep my best and rolling on the position to have a good amp performance. That corner is bit more tricky today. Very good. Almost at it. Just going to stick it on going. Flower bed corner is now being checked and go on the long straight to get right back in. Longest way to go for the sprint finish, because the last part of the corners might be going extreme braking that you might need to be better careful. Any position whenever you want to go with, because that might have to go helpful to be on the main part straightaway to be on the mid-high speed. Okay, here comes the brake zone. Okay, improvise and approaching. Oh, that's very close, but not even close. My only guess is it could be silver or gold. Well, it might count because I just took 7 minutes, 54.323 seconds is now checked and done. Well, I kind of think because one more lap just for kicks is just gonna have to go a bit more harder at this time by having one improvise to go at it. So gonna exit out. Session 2 is checked and done, and looks like 31.8 miles to have one part of the increased distance for only one day of the daily. Fantastic, and being checked to be highlighted that you guys might need to pause this video to have a moment and check the numbers on each part of the 12 sectors on the Nordschleife in Nürburgring. But after all, because one main part of the goal objective is very good to be average and still yet to have the achievable to go for having one faster and possible to become as Honda's most finest expert for doing this part of the time attack. Well, all I can say is, but that will be doing bit more time to go stay up onto the silver. But clearly, that is going to be quite going a bit more harder, that you might need to have a least requirement to go for exactly at least 3.5 seconds is going to be going all the time and make your way onto the comparison by reducing 0.70% and around in 3% by the plus. So replay saved and go for the best lap. So session 3. But this live stream video is going to be currently to be shared as an encore content video that will be considered this to be doing main part of the special challenge is going to have to do this by myself. Well, at least a bit more helpful will be doing more likely as the next session will be continue on to be on the third one, as I have been trying to do some brainstorming ideas on how to beat the gold record on the Nurburgring Nordschleife for the FL5 Honda Civic Type R. But it's going to be having a lot of ideas and strategies in order to do that, because climbing up in the goal is hard work to go by endurance. So I'm gonna have to do the same pattern again and see how am I supposed to get closer onto my ghost car till I have a chance. Okay, that's gonna have to take one corner by corner, apex, distance to be close in and dive on in. There it goes. Range by the gap by around in 0.5 seconds. Okay, gonna have to keep a little bit more decelerate and get back up, respawn. A bit more perk that will help me out to keep a good stable position to keep online. So very close. 2.5 seconds is now dive in to be updated towards 0.2 seconds. Yeah, that's good. Almost there. Just gonna have to break through in about a few more seconds remaining to go in and proceed on the minus. Uh-oh. Gotta watch myself. Don't want to take too much understeer pressure amount. Okay, add a good torque. Okay, watch it. Well, talk about at least to have 0.5 seconds is now taking a long push to go maintained by the call. But I'm still gonna have to keep pushing up and go hard understeer at it to have a one amount of circumstances to stay in and go on the upper hand advantage. Hardcore does count to be out racing to go for having an FF time attack, but in the meantime, you'll have to stay on edge and keep pushing to have a one-way ticket to get closer to have one circumstances to have at least in about 3.5 seconds onto the requirement. but I still got a watchful eye out onto my record on the yellow arrow, as I'm currently to be moving up on the red. Uh-oh, getting closer. Come on, just gonna keep pushing forward. Take the carousel, harder, and stay gear number 3. Okay, next sector. Keep pushing in. Yeah, solid fine understeer advantage to go smoother, paper, and steadier to have a good line of sight. Okay, the hard part comes in. Gonna keep it up and drop the hammer to stay at it. Okay, go back to the flower bed corner. Just right here. Okay, gonna keep going, but don't slow down. Okay, how am I doing so far? Just to have a tight-end contestant to go range by range, 2 seconds on the minus for myself and 2 seconds on the plus from the previous. If I really gonna have to pull out the most insane perfection stunt, that could be a very tough effort out there when using the Honda Civic Type R 2022. So let's see and find out. Final sector. So far so almost close, but that had to take for only 7 minutes. That adds up with 52.704 seconds. Calculation time on lap number 2. So that was so very close, but practice well will get it right. That you might need to keep a good clear advantage and secret spots that you might have to get your improvement time to go off the chart to go on the clock. so it'll have to keep a good surveillance lookout to be back on track. So it's 0.2 seconds is now being seen. It's coming down. Gonna be well quick defended to have 0.2 seconds requirement. It's shrinking decrease. Ah, so very close. I might have to take a quick bailout, and maybe it'll have to be changed up to be checked in to see it. So okay, a bit much more close and updatable to be checked on session 3 to have a highlighted check in 7 minutes 52.704 seconds. Well, that's very so close, so very far, and definitely to be achievable to be get nearly there towards the goal. So I guess the third replay is now being comes in as well, but update by 3.34% in 7,991st place. But I can come back at any time before the next part of the live stream to go in part 2 with the same title as a conclusion. But by the way, very good to see how the challenge class on the Honda Racing eMS Fastest Attack 2000. But by the way, very good to see how the Honda Racing eMS Fastest Attack 2023 at the Nurburgring Nordschleife is very challenging for only one part of the challenge as a class category. But you know, because the next one is going to be having 17 and under to be required to be at Suzuka Circuit with the same Honda Civic Type R FL5 2022 with the HRC livery variation with 271 is now actually included for. Well, that's very challenging, and go exercise on the endurance. So I guess phase 2 is having a rough circumstances and changeable to be updated, so I have to trim it out and go by fixed. So that brings the first part to have one conclusion that related to have a hardest lap time challenge is very more important that you might need to beat by having 7 minutes 44.881 seconds at the Nürburgring. Only one challenge for the class category, and that brings up to have under 17 class will be coming up in the next part of the video after finishing for only one track and go hard for goal. That's how 2 lap time challenges for a limited only is going to be exclusive for Honda. So I guess it's still yet to be available to have one current lap time challenge is going to be at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta for the Group 1 category and the Garage RCR Civic at Suzuka Circuit. But by the way, because that brings up to have a matter of conclusion due to my absence from round 2 on the Nations Cup for the 2023/24 exhibition series is now being delayed because I have no choice but just gonna have to keep focusing on myself to have Vision Total Drama that related to Total Drama Island 2023 characters and 2 team variation like the Frogs Up Dead and Ferocious Trout. But I just got everything to be a bit more covered to be set on date schedule by each day in 1 month in October. So I still got available to have Cartober 2023, but this is gonna have to take some time and go development to be on industry. But don't worry folks, this part of the video is currently to be fixed and management by the UDRS committee, so I'll have to leave it to myself to be updated to be wrap this up before at the end of the video. But one last thing, just gonna to stop by at the GT garage to have myself to go for a reward challenge. It'll have to take time and do it for only one short amount of activity. So let's have a good check on the Gibbs. Few 6-star roulette tickets on engines and parts. So looks like I'm about to go on 3-star first, and that would be it. So let's open up and see some good amount of prices. Yep, just to have low GT credits to go by 5,000. Just gonna add it up onto my current balance. Second 3-star coming up. Just give me something. Just go earn for some small earnings, and that's how should I get. Another 10,000, check, and one last 3-star roulette ticket. Just gonna go usual earnings by the common. And that's total earnings that brings up to 20,000 in total amount. So current balance is going up to be back on track by over around in 10 million. Okay, just only one 4-star ticket, and that will be it. So let's give me something to have high valuable earning to go up between 500,000 or 1 million. Nope. I guess that brings out to have over exactly to be in 30,000 in total price amount. So I guess that will be it, and putting up to have one part of the clip for each day. So let's try this to have a perfect chance to go for a 6-star roulette ticket until I'll have to come back again to practice well on each day. So let's see. Having new kinds of engine is now putting up to have the usual and new ones. I guess there might be the usual or a new one, but that might be a very good perfect new engine compatible on the Chevy Camaro CL1 1LE package 2018. So I guess I'll have to save for some more roulette tickets, so I'll have to keep focusing on the 5-star and 6 stars on each part of the rarity type. Well, I can't say it because doing brainstorming strategy is giving all the hard work and doing perfectly to get back on track to do the focusing onto the full walkthrough due to my departure from the exhibition series on the GTWS. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Discord, Patreon, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS liveries, Vision Total Drama fan art with card liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.